Breaking now. This is your Update 3 on Hurricane Florence. The information on the storm as of 5 p.m. Eastern Time on Wednesday, September 12, 2018. The location of the storm is 30.9 degrees north, 72.5 degrees west. The winds are at 120 miles an hour, and the pressure is 948 millibars. The movement of the storm is northwest at 16 miles an hour. The next name on the Atlantic list is Kirk. Here's the path of the storm. The wind field is definitely increasing in size. So the storm, even though it's weakening, it's getting larger. There are still hurricane warnings in effect for parts of the Carolinas and hurricane watches even further south now, I think. Tropical storm warnings in the far northern part of North Carolina and tropical storm watches for parts of the Virginia coastline. The path has shifted somewhat southward. It's going to make landfall in North Carolina sometime Friday afternoon as a major hurricane, probably Category 3 on the Saffir-Simpson scale. Then it will move into South Carolina as a hurricane and move up into the United States as an extratropical storm. This will probably produce some rain with its remnants in the Northeast and maybe the Midwest. Anyways, hurricane warnings are for South Santee River, South Carolina to Duck, North Carolina, including Albemarle and Pamlico Sounds. Hurricane watches are for Edisto Beach, South Carolina to South Santee River, South Carolina, and north of Duck, North Carolina to the North Carolina-Virginia border. Tropical storm watches are for north of the North Carolina-Virginia border to Cape Charles Lake, Virginia, and the Chesapeake Bay south of New Point Comfort. Storm surge watches warnings are for South Santee River, South Carolina to Duck, North Carolina, and Albemarle and Pamlico Sounds, including the Neuse and Pamlico rivers. Storm surge watches for Edisto Beach, South Carolina to South Santee River, South Carolina, and north of Duck, North Carolina to the North Carolina-Virginia border. Sea surface temperatures are very warm all the way to landfall, and probably around 86 degrees Fahrenheit, and nothing much else about sea surface temperatures. Wind shear, however, is increasing out of the storm. That is probably the primary reason why the storm is weakening. Also, I think it's in an eyewall replacement cycle, too, because it's a strong storm. But it's increasing up to landfall, which means that it will weaken up to landfall, which means a weaker storm at landfall, which is good. That is good news for the Carolinas, but it's still going to dump a ton of rain, which is not good news. You can also see Hurricane Helene, Tropical Storm Isaac, and newly formed Subtropical Storm Joyce. Here is the storm. Its eye is still there, it's just very small. It's kind of weakened from yesterday. It's still a strong storm, so don't take this storm lightly. Keep preparing. But I think it's undergoing an eyewall replacement cycle, or there might be wind shear impacting the storm severely. But this storm is definitely still a very strong storm. It's still Category 3, still a major hurricane. So you have to prepare for this storm. Definitely have to prepare. Even though it's weakened, it's probably going to re-intensify slightly, but I think it has reached its peak already at 140 miles an hour. Little less than I expected, but still, very strong storm. Here are the tropical cyclone names of all the basins. We've gone from Alberto to Joyce. The next three names are Kirk, Leslie, and Michael. Pacific, we've gone from Aletta to Paul. West Pacific, we've gone from Bolaven to Barajat. And the Philippine Basin, Agaton to Ampong. If you need more details, you should visit the NOAA website or download the free app at the link below. There will be another update on Hurricane Florence tomorrow, which will be Thursday, September 13th, 2018. Thank you for watching this video, and prepare for this storm.